Hi, I'm the Wandering Newbie, aside from a record keeper. Today, we finally, after 1,000 years, have another Final Fantasy XI event. Bringing back with it, I think, the first Apocalypse Double Plus, and the first Apocalypse Plus 11 event that we've had. Maybe. Actually, I think there was an Apocalypse Plus. I remember, it was that skeleton. And, you know, special missions. So, this is surely a challenge for a lot of people. Okay. Also, the first time that we've had a double plus in a bit. So a little thing that I'll drop as far as the Torment goes, it does pay to have a magic caster, like a mixed party, but if you have survivability and sustainability, you don't necessarily need it. He only goes immune for a couple of turns. So that is a thing to keep in mind. Yes, Shantoto. Man, now I'm just remembering how much voice acting this Soulbreak has in the Japanese version. Wait, this game has voice acting? Alright, hold up. Yes, it has his voice acting in the Japanese version. Only for like, what's it called? Type 0 and like some other like Type 0, 15, and the choice other ones. But yeah. Zach's chain, right, yeah. Oh, it's less that Dina was too lazy to translate it. The reasoning for it is that it's copyright stuff. Like, they'd have to pay each of the voice actors each time that they did it. If they wanted to use, like, the English voice acting or even the Japanese voice acting, they still have to do it. It's international copyright laws. That's what it is. Copyright's a fucking... It's an absolute mess, and it sucks. Game, please. I swear this is getting worse to load every week. Maybe I need to clear the cache. Oh, there's extremely a new character in the party. There are actually some pretty interesting mechanics in this set of bosses, which hopefully we will actually see the mechanics go off. Oh, come on. No, and I do think after this fight, I'm gonna try clearing the cache and see if that helps. Well, I don't know anything about 11, like, at all, so, I'm gonna assume this is how this fight went down. Okay. Yeah, real fast, I'm going to hop out of the event. Because again, it does have the laugh in the Japanese version and a bunch of other voice acting too. Knoppers. Yeah, I think my computer, because it doesn't have a lot of cores on it, like CPU cores, I think it just weirdly is not good for emulators. There it is. Well, this download bar actually moving is different. Did not like loading in like that. Let's try it again. Interesting. Interesting. A powerful move. Maybe that's why. How odd. You wanna... There you go, you're doing with this one. Alright, what about the last Red Wing? Well, it seems to actually be loading remarkably faster now. Did I find the secret? Holy shit. Did I just need to clear the cache? Alright, it doesn't want to load this song. That's fine, whatever. I mean, I think I've cleared the cache on this computer before. Alright. 2 boys. 2... maybe not boys. Not really sure. No, I should have taken the Shuriken Storm when it was there. Corridor of Trials is tomorrow. Well, I guess I'm doing that next week. Not doing that tonight. Or tomorrow. What is it, by the way? What element do we have this time? Wind? Oh shit, you know, I want to check one thing real fast. Okay, here we go. Oh my god. Holy shit, I just need to clear the cache. Who'd have thought? Unreal. That'll still take a little bit, but that's to be understood. Oh, that's not nearly enough damage. Well, time to see how this goes. Just death. One of them just has death. Well, that's a shame. So that's the gimmick. It's actually really cool. They in-element and then absorb damage for a little bit of a certain type, which is cool. Hey, Doc. Thanks for the big host. Hi. Hello. Welcome again to another round of record keeping. Sorry, but that big host always just throws me off. Doc has found one of the main ways to just completely blindside me. Fuck. So hi. Hello. Some of you returning from last week. How you doing? Yes. As you'll note, today we have the 11th Final Fantasy. The one that a lot of people have played, surely. But yes, this week we actually have bosses with like gimmicks that are actually kind of interesting. We're not gonna see them too much just yet. Of course, these are only our EX fights, not our ultimates or our apocalypses, where the bosses actually get to stay around and do something. But we'll get there. I believe me, you like there is some juggling that will have to be going on in some of these fights because some of the moves that they do are neat. And then also later, we're jumping into a Neo-Torment that I've barely actually experimented in. Oh shit, right. Also, I kind of improved my loading. I cleared the game cache, and that was apparently all I needed to do. Which I swear to God I've done before, but I did that, and now loading is like 3 or 4 times as fast. It's wild. Oh, I just realized I never changed this for whatever. Doesn't matter. That fight was almost nothing. Okay. Bubsla, thank you for the follow. Hold up. Gotta get that proper cut in there. Alright. Yeah. Nubla, I can see that. For what it's worth, the jump starts are gone, though they were pretty interesting. Because they let you do some real power combos. The game balance has gotten a bit better at this point. I just wish the fights were a bit more interesting. That's where we're at right now. For those who are unaware, while the game is still pretty cool and interesting, and like does take a good bit of strategy, there were fights that we used to have. Like it's just gotten a little. I think the dev team has gotten maybe a bit too complacent in that they can just keep shelling out pretty similar fights every week. Back in the day, we used to get stuff that was like, and I'll always reference the there was a special dungeon fight where you actually had to play hot potato with a targeting system between you and the boss, of like playing chicken on a countdown. Yeah, maybe unwilling to take risks is a better way to put it. Yeah, I can see that Yggdrasil, like, also maybe burn out on trying to come up with a new fight every week. Like, again, my major complaint is just that we rarely get interesting and new fights nowadays. But anywho, that's not this week. This week actually has some pretty fun fights that I looked at and went, hey, that's actually some interesting design there. Ooh, I didn't know we got that this week. So this is an interesting samurai ability that does pretty big damage, but gives you a defense hit. Yeah, the multiplayer fights have some interesting design to them. It's just the fact that they're difficulty 350 fights that you can only do in multiplayer. That's a little in my opinion. It's the lack of the mid-tier difficulty that I'm really missing. Anywho. Galahorg. Likes to throw a lot of stat effects at you and does a 100% counterattack thing once you get them really low. And also is just mainly physical. So I'm jumping into this with a counter strategy. I have set one of my boys up to be a counter boy. He's going to draw on attacks and counterattack back. And actually is going to be using samurai abilities that do extra damage if you're countering. It's something that, if you caught the previous stream, I didn't utilize at all during that. Mainly because it didn't play into the fights last week. But right here. So. Hey, kid. So these two moves right here. So you have Freezing Moon right here. Samurai ability. 2 hits, you get a retaliation status. When you're in retaliation, if you get attacked with a physical move, you counter. You just do a auto attack. Warring Frost is you deal 4 hits and you have an increased crit chance if you're in the retaliation status. Whoops. What? Why did I... That's weird. That was an odd interaction. Also, that's the wrong event, because it rolled over. How goes it? It's alright. It's pretty good. Making our way through this event. This is one of the problems when we get events like this. I want more events for obscure stuff for the people that enjoy it, but it does make it a little hard for me to give the more insightful commentary, because I've never played 11. Like, this event, this fight is called Battle in the Past, and I couldn't tell you why it's called that. Maybe there's time travel involved in the 11th Final Fantasy. Against this thing that's a reskin of the Shadow Dragon. Or Dark Dragon. I can never remember which one he is. Oh, that's the wrong button. There we go. Oh, right, there's an event synopsis. Maybe I should actually start doing that. You know, sometimes you forget that these things exist. Trying to get this coffee cup in a good position for me to pick it up. There we go. That's a good place to put it. All right. Alright, so Galarhig, which I'm going to assume that's how you pronounce that, is a mainly physical boss. And I have a passive on Gladio here. That is making it so he starts the fight taunting. That's why he's got this weird pink and purple aura. If we fire this off, now he's retaliated. So any single target physical attacks will go to him automatically. And, well, unless they're typed in a very weird way, but that's getting into some of the mechanics of Record Keeper that are dumb. And let's see how much damage we get on Warring Frost here. Well, he only does have a 30% boost. I'm comparing him to, say... so this was why I did this in particular. So now that Thorn Song is up, he's always going to counterattack. So if I did this right... Counter, the Gladio, miss. Perfect. You can't counter a counter. Always remember that. This isn't Disgaea. Are we sure he only uses physical attacks, game? Because that's a lot of number. Yeah, okay. We're alright. How are you? Oh, maybe it's gravity. Yeah, maybe. Cause that did do slightly less damage to some people. Hey, there it is. We got one counterattack off. We got there. Worth every dime. Actually, just blocking the counterattacks themselves was really useful. Well, yeah. The Warring Frost and Fire version of that just have a naturally pretty low multiplier, all things considered. Generally because they are trying to take into account the high crit rate that you can get on them. If you notice that when Gladio was critting, he was hitting for about as hard as Lion was, and Lion has an extra 30% attack boost on her, thanks to Mug Bloodlust. So, it was there. The damage was there. Okay. Moving on. Who is this boss? Right, the assassins again. So I explained this briefly in the EX fight. Oh, how do you mean it's a half-assed event? In that they're repeating bosses. Most events do that. Remember that there have not been all too many 7 events. So when they get new, like all of these are new models and new AI scripts and all that. Well, it's always new AI scripts for the most part. But these are all new sprites and everything. Each one of these. Oh yeah, these are all new bosses. So, anyway. Oops, wrong one. The top one there will periodically in arrow, which means that he'll do slightly more damage with wind abilities. The bottom one will in blizzard, which will be slightly more damage with ice abilities. Whenever they do this, the top one absorbs magic and ninja moves. The bottom one absorbs physical. So it pays for you to have a split party for this. I am actually going to try and split my attention here, though I worry if I get them low on health. You know what, I bet you their AI doesn't really change the lower on health that they get. I'm sorry, what? Oh, do they absorb dark? Oh no. Am I about to get destroyed by elemental damage? My hubris. Hoofa! What a hit. Alright, so previous plan of let me split my attention. Not gonna do that. We take one of these out immediately. Oofa. Well, it's been real. Oh, that was not the move I wanted to use on her. When I reset my ATB to a different character. Why are these fights so beefy? Alright, she's fine, everyone. Don't worry. She's good. Oh my god, this interrupt rate is ridiculous. Alright, welcome to, they made last week a bit easy and decided they need to step up their game. Welcome to also, I think I spec'd for the wrong accessories. Well. Okay. Some leeway. Now see, the situation we call this right now is, oh, you are still absorbing physical. Huh. How long does that last, my dude? About that long. For Gilgamesh, it's morphing time. Fuck him up, Greg. So, he's gonna start dealing way more damage because Kate Sith has been dead long enough that, my debuffs are starting to wear off. This is a problem. Less so if I just kick his ass. But that's banking on him not using that one move again. Well, I can't believe how real this fight was. It's been a bit since we've had a pretty real, ultimate double plus. Alright, we're good. We got there. Oofa. Yes, 15-2. The general way I go at these bosses is I go at it with minimal setup. Not setup, that's not the right word. With restrictions to the point that I think are reasonable. So like for everything up to an ultimate, I don't use soul breaks at all. My only thing is I bring an insurance medica just in case. And that's about it. Once we hit Apocalypse, because let's be real, Apocalypse do ask a little bit more of you. Apocalypse and Apocalypse Double Plus. I allow myself Super Soul Breaks or lower. I count Glints as lower, just because, hey, they don't hand out supers anymore. So supers are lower, and then on the Double Plus, I allow myself a Healer BSB. Sorry, I'm like thinking. There we go, finally. The reasoning for me doing this, and another thing to emphasize for 15-2, since you're asking the questions here, this doesn't count the Sid missions. Sid missions are a whole nother thing. They're a special dumb challenge that are supposed to be ridiculously hard to pull off, or not ridiculously, but harder to pull off. So for those, I just go all out. That's for fun. For my initial like non-Sid mission clears, I use the restrictions, and you'd be surprised for Apocalypse Double Pluses. They're actually quite balanced a lot of the time. A lot of the time, not all of the time. Looking at you, Ultimate Weapon. So if you're planning a party in like the proper ways to, you know, emphasize its strengths one way or another, you can actually get by. Okay, so aside from being just damage, there is a very specific reason that I've actually brought Edge to this fight. He's gonna be pivotable. Pivotable? What the fuck is pivotable? He's gonna be pivotal. There we go. Got there. We got there eventually. During one specific phase. So, there's our attack boost and haste. We got Shelga up. We're pretty much good to go. Last week, I didn't really use one of these, so I'll explain a ninja real fast. A lot of modern ninja moves revolve around the first move that allows them to stack mirror images. And then the follow-up, which is that sort of tornado move that he was doing, which is does more hits the more mirror images you have. So, here's the mechanic of this boss, at times. It's going to summon these little orbs. When they summon, they're going to doom people, with a very, very short doom counter. Your goal is to kill the orb as fast as possible. It's an MMO mechanic. Respect the mechanic. Kill the ad. Or wipe the team. Nice double cast. I had it under control, but I appreciate it. So yeah, when you kill the ad, the doom counter goes away. It's a rad mechanic. I actually like it. It kind of properly simulates. I am on a roll today. It properly simulates a raid. Royal Guardian's a pretty rad glint in that it gives him that big stone skin, but also it buffs his combat damage, which is a rare thing to actually use, but hey, there's situations where combat kind of shines. Even in this day and age. Cecil's Glint is pretty basic. It'll give the party a bit of a stock HP boost, while also... Oh, that was not smart, because it's probably coming any second now. I'm about to get destroyed. Or we destroyed the boss first. I guess it's random chance. So the thing that I was worried about, and I'm kind of holding for, though maybe I skipped that phase entirely, is the boss can cast a Dispel on your whole party. Removing all your like white magic based buffs. So remove my my Shelga, my haste, things that you need to stay alive. But as it turns out, the boss is just dead. I must have actually did so much damage that I skipped that phase. Alright. Moving on to our double plus though. Our Apocalypse double plus. It is the upgraded version of that boss, I guess. So that was Lilith. And here we have Lilith Ascendant, which I feel like is a joke I would make about listing off various super forms of a boss. Ascended Lilith, Super Lilith, Omega Lilith, Shin Lilith. Lilith 2. Spellblades on the menu. So whereas previous Lilith was pretty nasty with the dark damage, Ascendant Lilith is pretty nasty with holy damage. The other thing to note, resists fire, earth, wind, water, holy, and poison. Do yourself a favor and bring dark, lightning, and ice. Alright, now I need to find me a culinary curiosity for some nice buffs. Huh. There's so many soul breaks in this game that I sometimes forget. Yeah, here we go. Oh, Sora is very good. The downside of Sora is that you need to have pulled some of his stuff, which I got a lot of good stuff for him, in order for him to be decent. Just got my pictures in order. Party first. Stats next. And we're good to go. And just, again, to show off, these are what are coming to this fight. Just Master Form over here. Choco Romp, though I probably won't use it. Lightning Strike. It's got a lot to load for the dumbass here. Normal ass wall. And then my BSB of choice is a nice 30-30 buff from Deuce. Alright. We have a small lightning child and others ready and ready to go. Who's first up? Okay, that works for me. Culinary Curiosity is great. It gives a 50% attack buff, protect, and chill to the party. Just good for getting your feet off the ground. Walls, are, of course, are a big defensive buff. that we always just want to have up as soon as possible. I have no idea why that move hits so weakly. I really wish I knew. Alright, Dark Flare. We have a Fire Elemental up. So that's the gimmick. It's the same one as the last fight in a way, except they always... Like, she can have two active at once. Is what I think I was trying to get at there. Once more than one are active, the damage really starts to pile up. You know, let's actually glint with you. We can have Bartz go at that one. Yeah, see, the threat is less apparent because you don't have a Doom counter staring you in the face. But the damage is very real. Alright, Anger Bartz took care of it. Bartz is a good boy that gets very angry. Sometimes. Oh yeah, if it's the low, like the boss doesn't have high enough mind, that could be it. Sora's Glint, of course, giving him some very fast actions every time he casts it for 2 turns, and increasing his elemental damage proportionally to the rank of Glint that he has used. Dark Moon is the danger one here. This is what you need to prep for, because it is a 5-second timer. You need to go hard, very hard into this. Yes. Oh, perfect. Bartz showing up for work. Bartz extremely showing up for work. Omega Bartz. The Quadcast. With the right LMRs, you can actually, of course, Quadcast with Bartz. It is very rare. Well, that's a problem. Alright, if we can just get Lightning to have a turn. We should be fine. Just in case, though. Safe. Oh. Yeah, so I really like the gimmick of this boss of just like Here's a 5-second doom counter. Deal with it. Fuck off. It's very rarely that we get fights that are actually, like, really fun in that kind of way. Oh my god, are you really? Okay. It's holy this time. I think we just rushed down the boss, actually. Don't respect it. Oh my god. Are you being real right now? Okay, we're fine. We're good. Oh, I got Harry at the end. You know, a little tighter than Mom Pom from last week. I mean, that was Sora with 3 stacks of Element Up. He was doing 100% extra damage. Element Up is so real. Oh, one moment, I'm back. Okay, I'm good. This is gonna be scary. Does Sora have Ragnarok? I don't believe so. And also 15-2. You're half correct. That's normal in Element. With Element stacking, which is the infusion that Glints give, it starts at 50%. At 2 stacks, it's 80% on abilities. And at 3 stacks, it's 100% on abilities. With Soul Breaks, it's 80, 100, and 120. How long do stats last? 30 seconds. As long as a normal in Element. Abilities don't go up to 120, only Soul Breaks go up to 120, I thought. The ability cast for Soul Breaks and abilities are the same. Whack. But like whack in a good way. That owns. God, elemental infusions are so strong. And they won't change those old shitty Soul Breaks. The ones that weren't infusions. Alright, this is going to be interesting. I went in with the wrong party. I'm dumb. Hold up. Hold the fucking phone. I'm distracted by talking about cool mechanics in video games. I will say right now, while we're adjusting for this Sid mission, hey, if you are catching my stream for the first time and are enjoying it, why not drop a follow? I do stuff like this quite often. And it's good. I do good content. I don't only play Record Keeper. I actually have an RPG night where I play old RPGs, older. Generally ones that I may have missed when they were relevant, such as currently I'm playing Breath of Fire 3, and the finale of that will be on Tuesday. Uh-oh, I missed a bit. Yggdrasil, thank you for the bits. So yeah, finale of Breath of Fire 3 will be on Tuesday at 8:30 p.m. EST. 8 o'clock actually, 8 o'clock p.m. EST. I have played games like, for the first time, I played Final Fantasy IX, which was an okay game. It has problems. It has a lot of problems, actually. Anywho, that's a story for another day. Like, after I finish Breath of Fire 3, I have lined up one of the other things that I do, which is a retrospective, like a look back on something that I may have liked at one point. The one I've lined up for after Breath of Fire 3 is Lunar 2. Which I remember liking a lot. Even more so than Lunar 1, which the retrospective was not too kind to. So hopefully Lunar 2 turns out to be good as well. Like I asked earlier, if the character already has an in element, when they do the stack, does the in element count? Yes. So if somebody comes into the fight in elemented, such as you get with Sora when you dive him, and then you do the glint, he has 2 stacks. It is really good. Like, elemental infusion glints are so good. It's ridiculous. Anywho. So I'm bringing a level 65 character to this, which is a choice. I think we just gotta do the needful and focus one of these 2 down. Yeah? Alright. Stop it. However, this run around, I'm using better weapons, so hopefully we're better, we're stronger, faster. Yeah, those are better numbers. Oh, and of course you went fucking... You went physical immune. Ah, it's you. The motherfucker. Steps. Alright, we're just gonna have to put the hurt on him for a little bit. Yeah, the Flan multiplayer last week was really rough. I was running it solo and like I was doing okay, and then the Flan started attacking and it was like, what the hell? Well, the two melee up top continue to hold position until this physical absorption junk goes down. There it is. Hello. Well, this boss is dead. Yeah, sadly, Kasumi, I'm in the same boat. I don't care to do the 350 difficulties. Alright, but time to become real masters. Time to become the true record keeper. The keeper of records. We found that. It's me. The real record the real records were the friends we made along the way. Oh my god, what is with... I cannot talk at all today. So yeah. For those who are catching my stream for the first time and are more familiar with Record Keeper, you'll know I have been using Magicite up to this point. That's one of the other limiters that I haven't mentioned. Magicite are strong. They give many passive boosts. But frankly, the amount of effort it takes to get them, for my videos, I consider them to be a bit of an advantage. However, Sid missions are a whole different thing. Alright. Adjust my weight again. I've been leaning to my left too much again. Just in a different way. Not on my arm, so I don't have pains in my arm anymore, but now I'm getting pains in my side. Anyway. Let's go. Oh no, load times are here again. There it is. Question from the chat. Am I using Hailstorm to buff Ayame's attack? Not so much, as I didn't at this point have a better samurai move for her. That's just the one that I had buffed. I'm thinking. The pausing is me thinking. Yeah, I realize that the loss in resistance isn't great for this fight, which is why I hold off to do it until Ayame is in murder mode. Then we pop off. Then we lower our resistance. Fuck him up, Ayame. I didn't know that was AoE. Ah, damn. I was hoping to get that off. It's time. Get a defense down on that, which should have Ayame killing it. One of these off. It's time to hailstorm. Time to bring the ice. So hailstorm does alright damage. Especially when you double cast. Especially when you fast cast. And debug that magic. Damn, only one that time. I'm gonna predict that I'm gonna get my ass kicked. Well, there's the darkest moon. Is this my Torment team? More or less. This one. Well, sometimes you guess, and you guess wrong. Alright, we got there. Man. Lion's BSB was the first BSB that I ever used for an event. And it was that Sephiroth thing. Anyway, it's time for the finishing strike. Well, wall worn off. But it's okay. Got her with the icicle disaster. Running for this event it's actually kind of rad. The bosses had, mind you, to an extent, they kind of just reused the Apocalypse boss mechanic for the Apocalypse Double Plus, but I understand that those are the same boss in 11, so like, yeah. But yeah, the bosses actually had mechanics that were cool and interesting. This is a rad event. The absorption mechanic on the duo was really cool. the straight Doom counter on the Apocalypse Plus is an interesting mechanic, and then you see that executed to a striking degree on the Double Plus. It's a good event out of 10. I'm going to do the outro for this video, and then we're going to hop into the Torment. Oh, right. Me opening up the calendar. What's next week? Right. So that was it for the Final Fantasy XI event. We finally got an event with some cool boss mechanics in it. So chalk that up to the 5th Apocalypse Double Plus with an interesting mechanic, if my count remains true. Next week, we'll have Kingdom Hearts. So I hope you saved your Mithril. I'll see you then. Okay. Just gotta change up some stuff real fast for the start of the next video. That's not right. Here we go. Crop, file, save as, tour, 2, one. Save. Please choose the proper location. Save. Properties. Browse. Tour 02 11. Insert. Perfect. Okay. I mean, 15-2, that's completely fair to be skipping the Kingdom Hearts banner. Awakenings are so close and everything. Just, I'm already kind of invested in Sora. I have a pretty good Sora with his USB and 2 of his glints. If I could land, like, an Awakening or something for Sora, I will be a happy boy. But anyway, let's get started with this video. Alright. Back at it again, with more torments. Way to follow my words already. So, we're starting off, this torment is Shadow Lord. Actually the least complex torment out of all of them, to my understanding. Thank you for the follow. Anyway, so first phase is just dark damage. Second phase on turn 2 puts up a physical barrier, or on turn 6 puts up a magic barrier. Can inflict silence with Swath of Silence. And ultimate Damning Edict dispels haste. Aside from that, he has dark damage and Incubus Implosion, which lowers dark resistance. and a couple of fire attacks that he uses on slots 2, 3, and 4. The silence only hits 1 and 5, so keep these things in mind. Aside from that, that's literally all of his mechanics. He's just some damage, a little bit of silence, mostly dark damage, a little bit of fire, and a single phase that has a resistance swap gimmick. So really all that means is slot in Shantoto. Alright. So, as predicted, pretty much the same setup I had a moment. I just had a Joy Venus moment. I spec'd out way too much for dark. Everybody already has dark resist accessories. So why not slot in some fire resist? That 10% is a good 200 damage taken off of each of his attacks when he's using fire-based attacks, so that'll help out. I could Affliction Break, though nobody in Realm can wield Affliction Break. Really all that means, and I'm not trying to be like rude to you. God, I realize that sometimes I do that lean-in joke and that can come off as rude. You can do that. You need to slot somebody from Out of Realm. I try not to slot people from Out of Realm because I build my party around an eventual question mark difficulty attempt, and Out of Realm is not the best for that. Lion doesn't have support 5. Corellia doesn't have support 5. Anywho. So being on the chat says that they're confused by terms. When we mentioned Affliction Break there, Affliction Break is a ability. So support. So Record Keeper is a game where you try and reduce the enemy. No, that's too far. So support is a skill set that generally circles around lowering stats of your opponents, with their 6-star ability, their very rare ability, being a ability that reduces the chance of enemies inflicting status effect. It's called Affliction Break. Nobody in this realm can wield that ability. There's my Heisaga. And let's get the Shelga up. We need to get Protect up. Defenses are up. Time to fight. That was some cute damage you did. Don't worry, it's gonna stick around. This doesn't heal that much. Yeah, the mind boost is nice. Oh, fuck. Well, I just realized what I did wrong. Pretty much that. Hi, Ultimate Damning Edict. You exist and are a problem. Well, let me just hit this button. Look, I'll eventually grab the 6-star ability and then I won't charge up with Snow Spell. It's no use. Don't worry, we're just charging the chain up. Yeah, it's a bit until we get Chain Blizzaja. Alright, this should push him into the next phase. Oh, that was such a smart choice, grabbing the fire resist. There it is. Fuck him up. Realm Chain did fall off. I think I just go. I hold that thought on that chain. Stop. Other chain time. Or it's just dead. Almost there. One last bond. You know, I didn't think that this party would actually be able to sub 30. Yeah! Fuck yeah! Oh, I thought Enkidu was gonna kill. That would've been great. That would've been fantastic. Enkidu with the kill. Still. A sub 30. Alright, I'm ready to get my ass kicked in the next level because he deals more damage and my healing sure is not up to snuff. If I can get to 50 on this, I'll be happy. Hello. Yeah, that's damage. Points at the screen. You see that? That's damage. And I think Shantotu dies here. Yep. Alright. Hold that thought. Don't touch that dial. Oh, I believe that the magic break is more important. What would swapping Protect and Shell do? They both cast it turn 1. It's fine. I'm just gonna spend like 10 crystal waters, 20 crystal waters on Shantota, and then she'll be good. All crystal water. Now she live. Because, to be real, one way or the other, error noise is on my side. The team on a whole needs a bit more survivability. Shantoto had the lowest health out of all of them. Now it's Alphama, but we'll see how that pans out. Because he is going to deal more damage across the board, just overall. Also, again, error noise, my side. Do not worry. I do love the fact that because she does not have synergy armor, Lion just takes way more damage. Luckily, kickback does not hit the bottom row, so it all works out. Well, there's always the aspect of Neo-Torments that I just dislike. Solve these numbers. Damage is higher than normal. Roll these dice. If your party survives, you have rolled the dice properly. In hindsight. Realm Chain, right. It's a good buff. It's just everybody goes fast for a couple turns. Well then. I did not purchase Storm Assault for a character. It's just a good move. Also, hello, if this run somehow clears that weird cut-in right there where I just said a good move. I was hoping to maybe Enkidu after it had done Edict, but I think we need to do it before Edict. Melee attacks dealt more damage than you would like. Aphma goes down on this next hit. Aphma lives. Defying fate. Defiant in the face of the Shadow Lord. I have both. I have both Storm and Fire. As for why I brought it to here, yeah, I grabbed one. No real reason, just I'll take this one today. I figured they would both be useful. Actually, I guess if I had to put my finger on a character that I made it for, probably Ferris. I have Ferris USB 3. So, yeah. Yes. Damn. Got me with that kickback. Oh, jeez, damage. I don't know if I can. He does so much damage to the middle party members. And honestly, Alphama BSB just does not have the healing to keep up. Yep, rip and piss. well. I don't know if reinvesting Mind Water into them would actually even do anything. He just does so much damage to those middle party members. I'm just going to see if I can get to 50% and call it a day on this one. Well, that's phase 3. Healers continue to be the secret savior in these fights. Or not healers, thieves. How far can thieves go? Damn. Does 11 have anybody with Last Stand? Actually, yeah, Prish. I was bringing Shantoto to, wow. The biggie. I was bringing Shantoto to try and work my way through the physical resist phase, but maybe Prish with her Last Stand and heal, actually on top of that, would be better. I don't know. That's something to lab. All in all, definitely 1000% I feel my weakest Torment out of all of them. But to be expected, 11 has had, what, like 4 events? 3 maybe? Just not enough to really build up a proper team. But maybe next time. Alright, and there's a good cut. Yeah, I'm gonna do that one Hades run. Before banner talk. Am I considering pulling on a banner? No. Maybe the realm pull, but no. Too close to everything. Also, still the weirdest fucking thing when I take my headphones off for like a second. Oh yeah, the 100 gem, of course. I always do the 100 gem. I take my headphones off for a second, and everything is 1,000 times louder. Alright, so here's the story behind this again for people who weren't here for the setup. I have gotten so many... I've done like 23 runs of this, and I still need one more Hades. And I'm dying. Just give me the Hades. So I am trying to bank on some streamer luck here to get the last thing I need. Oh, I forgot to give a warning of those are my error noises. Sorry. What did I call this? Was it Mag? Oh, I called it... Wait, yeah, wait. Why did Magicite not bring it up? Whatever, that's weird. Oh, there it is. Alright. So there's a lot of exact timing on this to be consistent. If I literally slip up at all, I die. Here we go. It's got a little bit in. Alright, hold that thought. Sorry, I'm just adjusting something real fast on the side. Okay. There's a haste and buff. Alright, who comes up first? It is Rose. Alright. Bam. 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 Saints Cross. Building meter. Alright, that's good. Rosa is about to go off when the flare goes off, which gives me just enough time for this to fill up and bring everybody back up to mostly full HP right before Savage Flare goes off. Right there. Now we black. block Shadow Flare. And we need to cast Unicorn. Use Life Siphon, Saint's Cross, Guardbringer, another Wrath. We should be getting to the Soul Break turn pretty soon. Unicorn is to block Black Cauldron, which is the Sass Effect move. Good. We need Imperils. Well, we don't need them, but they help a lot. It makes us more consistent. Alright, so damage has started up. We get Shield of Light off, followed by Sword Saint. Wrath. Hold that Benediction, Divine Illumination, cast Curata. Yeah, as soon as I can get through this, I plan to start out the 5-star stuff. This Hades is the FF7 Hades, actually. What with the Cauldron and everything. Alright, Tyro topped off. Savage. Smite. It's gonna stun everyone. Salt Saber, hold turn on Rosa, Guardbringer, Healing Smite. Unicorn will pop in and heal. Big damage. Big damage. Now that's what I call big damage. Savage Shadow Flare, always followed by Black Cauldron. So heal the damage that does. Give us the Emblink. Assault, Guardbringer, Healing Smite. Get our buffs back up. See? Always followed by Black Cauldron. Hey, Omen King. Okay, so pretty soon is coming up the scripted Dispel. We are going to keep Tyro on hold for that one. I think it's pretty much going to be his next move. There it is. I never like to jump the gun. Always just wait for it to happen. I think my power just flickered somewhere else. I just saw lights flicker a little bit. Hopefully I don't drop. Alright. Tyro's done now. We can trust back over. There's Shadow Flare, which again, frequently followed by Black Cauldron, so that's going to be Benediction. Yeah, it was a couple of attempts to figure out the right thing. V-Prisoner helped me out a little bit. But, yeah, once I learned the benediction timing, it became way easy. At this point, we're more or less guaranteed the win. There'll be another Savage Shadow Flare at some point. That's why I'm just going to hold Rose's turn from here on. Yeah, alright. We should kill with Guardbringer. And if not that, then Healing Smite afterwards. Yep, Healing Smite's gonna do the kill. Why don't I have a billion copies of Assault Saber? I'm lazy. And I use my orbs to other things. I own different moves. Yeah, I'm pretty consistent. I'm just so sick and tired of fighting Hades at this point. So, I feel the desire sensor firing off already. Fuck. Is that bad? So, for those who are unaware, like, aren't sure how this works, to make the analogy to other stuff like, say, Puzzles and Dragons and things like that, yeah, there's 3 possible drops. You get one, you level it up to a certain point, you use a copy to break the level cap. So if we hop over to Magicite here, yeah, you can see I have a Zombie Dragon at 99, I have a, so like right here, Zombie Dragon 99, Necrophobe 99, and I have a Hades at 80 out of 80, because I need one more Hades to break his level cap. This is what my vault currently looks like. And I ate 5 zombie dragons to do an inheritance goof. Not goof, it's just something I always do. But I ate 4 zombie dragons already. I'm just so done with Hades. I've been stuck on Hades for 2 months. Yeah, I'm getting to the point where I might just use the drop tracker, but I've gotten this far without. Well, either way, I'm gonna hit Discord and have that start opening up. And then we'll jump into looking at some banners. Earth Guardian, eat the darkness. Embrace darkness.
Hello.
I want to die.
I was sending you so much vibe.
I'm so...
You have no idea.
I'm so fed... I'm also going to change the servers real fast. I'm so fed up with Hades.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
It's not even, like, at this point a hard fight. I can literally consistently do it every time, except in, like, the rare 3% scenario where Tyro's interrupt resistance gets broken through and he's recasting wall. That's, like, the only times I die now. Because I have it down to such a science, but it's just, I'm so fucking tired of doing that fight. Anyway.
I wish they had picked up on the RNG being shit long before 4 stars.
Yeah. Yep. 5 stars, I mean.
No, you know, it was always a shit gimmick.
Yeah. Anywho.
I think we got some Final Fantasy XI to talk about.
Yeah, I got so tired last week, by the way, that I actually just fucking went in and beat up on Fenrir like 4 times, because I'm like, this is what it should be. Not stupid. Different fights. Revive me. Anyway. Hello. Arcanes exist.
Welcome to Banner 1, featuring a lot of relics that we thought were not going to show up here because of they showed up on a collab banner for Final Fantasy XI something or other long before. But here they are.
I mean, that's the best part, Arya, is I still have yet to put together my dark team for Siren. I literally have no idea what it's going to look like at this point. But anyway.
Yeah.
Yep, our first thing is Ayame's Ice Arcane. Ayame is an extremely solid character. It's an ice boosting helmet, which is great.
Yeah. Ice boosting armor is a little bit less common than ice boosting weapons, so very nice for her.
Yeah, all in all, it's good.
Yeah.
Scorpion Harness is lightning boosting for Prish, who is now a lightning monk.
Those exist.
10 physical, lightning ice to one enemy, infused with the power of lightning, raise users' attack and defense 30%, and temporarily allow the monk's monk abilities to hungry double cast.
I'm going to check something real quick. Can she double cast on dive?
I want to say no, but prove me wrong.
I want to say yes, but we'll see. Yes, she can.
Nice. All right, that's extremely solid. That is triple cast on chance on dive.
She has the exact same deal as Palom, actually, since she has a lightning focus on her soul break, but it's lightning and ice type damage, and it allows her to double cast on monks, so she can be run very well as either lightning or ice monk.
Lightning and ice monk, the two realest types of monk.
Hey, ice is getting real.
Ice will get real. You're right. You're right. For this character that enlightens, ice will be real. Look, I'm not mad that they... Sorry, I'm stretching a lot. I'm not mad that they have super bungled the alternate elements of monk a lot by making it so ice and lightning for forever had the worst. Actually, did they fix the potency on lightning rush?
Ice rush, yes. Lightning rush, I think, had the same potency as any other rush.
Okay. Great. Good. Monk has had a fucking shit show for the longest time. Also, I really like how for the longest time, like, they finally released Earth Without, or whatever it's fucking called. After they've already released Earth Iron Fist, so who fucking cares anymore?
Yeah, fire and earth are more or less tied at this point. Now we just have to mop up ice and lightning, which is another shit show by itself.
Which ice does, lightning's still waiting on it. So sadly, even 6 months down the line, Prish does not have a 6-star ability that she really wants to use. She has ones that she can use, but not ones that she outrageously wants to use.
Yeah, still very good chases for anything Monk could use down the line.
It is a really solid, like, and first of all, it's a really solid piece of equipment. Light armor, lightning boosting. Those are actually dime a dozen, but another one isn't bad. And the Soul Break itself is good on paper. It just needs an ability to actually back it up.
Yeah. Absolutely.
No, actually, I was going to say something else, but that doesn't count at all. Yeah, it needs an ability to back it up. Hello, Lilithete.
Lilithete is a very strange character because she is an experiment. Like, they're trying to integrate DPS into dancing with her.
Yes, so Sensual Dance is her USB. It is a Lightning Imperil with attack, mag, defense crush. Temporarily cause users Dancer and Celerity abilities to trigger a follow-up Whirling Edge, dealing 5 physical lightning, wind, non-elemental to one enemy. So a Dancer that deals DPS damage is a novel concept, along with a 2-stack Imperil and a pretty hefty crush. I think that's fine.
Like, this one works really well even outside of the lightning gimmick and the damage gimmick. And here's the other thing. She, on her dive, she gets the Medica proc on Dance. But the Chaser is also typed Dance, so she could potentially double up.
Yep. It's a real neat premise for a character. I kind of like it. It's fallen in that same category as like Sync and Rem, where they were literally made with these intentions in line, so they end up being really interesting characters as a result. Also, hey, let's be honest here, a 2 elemental reduction with an attack, mag, and defense crush is outrageously good for the physical lightning.
Absolutely.
Also really good. Like, the follow-up is less fantastic, but also pretty good for the magic lightning, because it still has a magic reduction, it still has a 2-stack Imperil, it still can proc off Dancer abilities, so you can still use those.
Yeah, it's a chain pump that can also double up on Dance Medica proc, so that actually works really well in her favor.
Yep. Moving on, we have Corellia's Bastard Sword, which is extreme defense. This is, if I, just off this first line, if I've ever read it, a torment break. But, a protect shell, last stand to all allies, and temporarily cause users' night abilities to restore 1,500 HP to all allies in the front row.
This one is basically Paladin Cecil USB 2, you're doing it wrong, give me the controller.
It's still really nice. I mean, I don't run her in the Torment with anything night-based, but hell, yeah. I would maybe, if I landed this, I would maybe, well, actually, I wouldn't have to drop fucking, what's it called? I wouldn't have to drop Magic Breakdown because I don't need Shoga anymore.
Yeah. Like, this is just the most important component of Paladin Cecil's USB 2 in a much better package. Wall by itself is little tricky to get running in a lot of teams because you often have plenty of other sources of wall, though, yeah, again, there are these situations where native wall is good to have. This one just cuts out the middleman and gives you a much more accessible package that you can run in a lot of other different situations.
Extremely so. And honestly, again, just referencing the Neo-Torment, as we saw today, damage is very, very high in that Torment, so having that extra 1,500 heal every time, when you can combo that with Healing Smite, is very useful.
Yeah, and she gets a lot of mileage out of it too, considering there are, 2 characters from 11 that are in the back row in total?
Yeah, and I don't even know if that fucking fight respects back row damage, to be honest.
Yeah.
It really did not feel like it. Anyway, moving on, we have Zanpato. Yeah, that kind of looks like a Zanpato. It is Hagakure Yukikaze. Deal 10 physical ice, non-elemental, to one enemy, temporarily infused with ice, grant major retaliation, and increase the damage of the user's critical hits. So obviously doesn't have a lot of chaser or anything to it, but definitely meant for fights that have way higher defense, like say Magicite or Neo-Torment / difficulty.
This one is specifically meant for Frost Touch Blade, the 6-star Ice Samurai ability that is the
Yes, or Warring
upgrade
Frost.
to Freezing Moon. Yeah. So it's basically like it is literally Scion's USB, but ice instead of fire.
Yes, it's clearly meant to be used with the samurai moves that get a boosted crit rate, because obviously, boosted crit rate combined with the boosted crit damage, just clearly what it's supposed to be meant for. And obviously, because as you can see, I was getting 9s on the 280 with only being elemented, clearly meant for like the question mark difficulty or Magicite.
And so Ayame USB, Prish USB 1, and Zed USB are the 3 relics that we didn't know if we were going to get on this banner, so it was a very pleasant surprise to see this here.
Mm-hmm. Obviously, it doesn't stand up, as people are pointing out in the chat, doesn't really stand up too well to modern USBs, because this is a bit of an old one. I still think it's not that bad.
Yeah, the 6 stars, the 6-star synergy is what really makes it shine.
Mm-hmm. And here we have Afma's old USB Overdrive, Instant Heal, Grant Haste, and remove delay from everyone's actions for 1 turn.
Hey, the Torment wants this a whole lot.
Yes. You can have most of your team use something else, wait to take a couple of hits, and then pop this off to bring everybody back up to full HP, give them haste, and hey, now your next action, once you're done that first action, is ready and raring to go.
Yeah, it's a very good startup heal, as well as just something that can help you get back up off the ground when you're in trouble.
Mm-hmm. And as Kasumi points out, Shadow Lord does remove haste at the start of, literally the start of phase 2, and turn 6 of every other phase, so this is a great follow-up for those.
Yeah, I was going to say that the only problem that this thing runs into on its heal is that it is typed nat instead of white.
Which just means it doesn't interact with her dive at all.
Mm-hmm. Unsure if it does anything with any of the white boosting damage boosts or whatever.
Yeah, no, it would not. If it's not typed white, it probably does not.
Yeah, it's kind of whack.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, Furry Tractor does point out the positive is that she can use it if she's silenced.
Yeah, that's true.
Anywho, moving on. Glint. Overwhelm. It doesn't like me to allow me to scroll until the glint image loads in.
Well.
Empowered Fusion Ice and reduce delay actions for 2 turns. Standard, go fast. Elemental Glint. So, yes, very good.
Yep, that's really good for her.
Yeah, especially good for her because, as Furry's pointing out, almost all of Ayame's shit in elements her. Everything. This does it, her USB does, her BSB does. So she can easily just pop this off once and go use something else.
Yeah, Ayame is weird in that she is not only in a class that gets a lot of buffs off of its skills, but her burst also has at least 2 stat buffs on its own.
Exactly. Lisette, as soon as this loads in. Why is this the thing that's taking so long today? Vivifying Waltz. Temporarily lower attack, mag, defense, resistance of all enemies a large amount, so that's a full breakdown. Automatically heal, so give a HP stock 2k to everyone, and grant burst mode. Command 1 is a single hit with a magic break. Command 2 is a Medica. Both type dancer, which triggers with her dive.
Everything works with this burst. This burst looks like it is so scattershot and unfocused on its own, but then when you think about it, she is built to do literally all of the things that it has on this list. So, she can do damage, she can debuff, and she can heal. That's what she's there for.
Yes, and as the chat points out, which I was going to get to, because it's type dancer, she can double Medica.
Yeah, that's whack.
Yeah, and she can magic breakdown, and then Medica, because it's type dancer.
Even has a reduced delay on it.
Yeah, it's good. And also, lightning boosting hat.
Mm-hmm.
Realignment is old, but still pretty decent. It is a Medica with Mag, Mind buff to the party, and enter burst mode. Command 1 is a... So this is sort of a weird copy of Yuna's, almost. Command 2 is a Medica. Command 1 is a single target heal. And grant activate. If the user uses Command 1 again, it does 4 hits and restore a moderate amount of HP to an ally. I should use that in the...
Furry Tracker, to answer your question, yes, her Medica is mind-based. Are you talking about like a little set specifically? I can check that real quick.
That'd be interesting, actually.
Yeah, it has to be mind-based because it doesn't have percentage on it.
Yep. So yeah, Command 1 is a single target heal, enter activate. If you use it again, it's 4 white magic, lightning, non-elemental, and also a single target heal. Command 2 is Medica with additional 2 hits if you are in activate. So,
yeah,
sort of like a weird upgrade to Yuna's BSB, but with an element attached to it.
Also, Yuna's is AoE focused, whereas this is entirely single target.
Ah, so you're right. Alright, Legend Materia. We have Start in Ice for Ayame. Again, just she needs a 4th way to be in iced. The first real Legend Materia for Corellia, which is start the battle with 3 fast turns.
That actually works really well for her because she's a buffing knight, first and foremost.
Because she is a buffer, she has white magic, she has breaks. That is a very good thing for her to have. Little set is chance for celerity. Oh, it has been a bad night for me talking.
Yeah.
Celerity ability is to trigger twice.
This one's a little bit odd just because she
e-
excels so much as a dancer.
Everything else seemed to be focused more towards the dancing, except for her USB. But still works. Works solidly with all of her kit. Except for her dive. That's about it. Ayame's LMR 1, which is moderate chance for samurai abilities to reduce delay of the user's actions for 1 turn. It's a nice cycler.
It popped off enough for you in that tournament.
Yeah, it's a nice cycler. And then begin the battle with a crit hit chance temporarily set to 50%.
Yeah, that's good.
That's alright.
Like, not just cycling with her USB 2, but also just, like, monk stuff.
Yep. All in all, it's a solid banner. Mostly lightning and ice focused. There's nothing really terrible on it. Of course, there are some old items in the Zanbato. The Jidagon. I think I'm saying that right.
I mean, Kingdom Hearts is in 3 days, but this sticks around until the 28th, so if you need to make a decision on it, that's fine, I guess.
Kingdom Hearts is in 3 days. Banner rating. Kingdom Hearts is in 3 days out of 10. Sorry, Final Fantasy 11. Kingdom Hearts is in 3 days. Gold. Alright.
Okay, banner number 2.
Okay. Dark Stave. Colossal Shantoto. Deal 3 massive lightning, attacks 2/1 enemy, break damage cap. For some reason they decided that, like, while almost everything else I think Shantoto did was multiple elements, except for like her chain, this is only 1 element.
Yeah, it's a massive focus on lightning. Also notable in that it does not have boost to lightning damage on it.
Yeah.
I think that is because, like, it came right before, like, the modern arcane conceit of having plus elements on weapons.
Her USB too? I could have sworn that her USB had, like, fire, because isn't her USB called Thousand Suns?
Yeah. It's whatever.
Hold up, I'm curious now. I'm doing investigation. Chantoto.
Go to the wiki.
Final Fantasy Record Keeper.
It's lightning, fire, and ice attacks to one target. It does not give any plus element boosts. Like,
So
Arcane
it's 3 elements. It really only kind of works with lightning and ice because it's which ability double cast. But yeah, no, it's triple element. They just decided to make this one element for some reason, even though she has been fire, ice, and lightning since her inception.
Yeah, like it's a lightning focus, but at the same time, it can also work with ice just fine.
Anyway.
Oh, another thing to note.
Oh, it's literally right here.
Yeah. Another thing to note. I thought you actually went over there because I don't have like the stream up.
Yep.
I guess the thing to note is that Shantoto has a natural source of high quick cast for facilitating Witch because she gets a trance.
Yeah, her trance mode gives her high quick. But yeah, anyway, Thousand Sun is 10 magic lightning, fire, ice to one target, infused with lightning, enter Twin Strike mode, which is a magic boost that causes Witch abilities to double cast.
Good.
She also has a LMR that might be on this banner. I don't know yet. I literally don't look at the banners before I do this. That allows her to triple cast Witch abilities, so you can get a quad cast Witch.
Quad cast Witch is like, you want that chain pump? Oh, you're getting that chain pump, bucko.
Alright. Zeed, who I frequently forget exists. Dark Sheen Blade. 10 physical dark non-elemental, temporarily infused with dark, raise attack and defense 30%, causes users' darkness abilities to trigger a follow-up ability, Abyssal Bite, dealing 7 physical dark non-elemental to one target, and dealing a small amount of damage to the user proportional to their max HP. Oh, do you want to kill yourself, boy?
Yeah, this one is really heavy on the whole Crimson Cross self-harm aspect, but it has, like, you know what most USBs that go with that style have? A way to heal back.
Now, you can use this just initially with Dread Weapon to try and mitigate this.
Okay, he does have the 40% chance to self-heal.
Okay, so he has that on his percentile chance.
Meanwhile, that chaser is hitting you every single time, and the potency increase is not worth that damage. It's like...
Oh, jeez. 1 moment. Sorry.
Stand by.
I'm good.
0.32 a hit.
Yeah, it doesn't sound great.
Uh-huh.
Oh, his Elm 2 is a giant. Well, that's better.
Yeah, his Elm 2 is
how
the
much
drain.
can you find out what the proportional amount that he takes is?
Okay, so let's see.
Can you riddle me this?
7 single attacks, 0.32 each, damages the user for 15% max HP. I believe that's it.
That's not too bad. I just, like, my bullet point on this is don't use this with Sanguine or Crimson. You're eating way too much damage at that point. And he does have a drain on dive, but I wouldn't risk my character on a 40% chance.
Yeah, that's not going to save you with that sort of shit.
Yes. I would honestly run this with Dread Weapon, and that's about it.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe the one that just doesn't do anything. What's it called? The one that doesn't heal or damage. Reaping Strike.
Reaping Strike or Mark of Darkness. I still would say Dread Weapon just because, like, that chaser's going to add up after a while.
Yeah. I mean, you can have the Reaping as one and that Dread as the other.
Zeed's face is how I feel about this USB.
Mm-hmm. However, this one, Corellia's first USB, Holy Circle, temporarily raise attack and mag of and defense 30%, grant them a barrier that reflects attack damage back at the caster. Fuck yeah, this one's great.
Yeah, non-elemental Thorns, but Thorns is still good. It'll get you through.
Thorns is good. 3 stat buffs are good.
Mm-hmm. The USB 1 is also fucking hilarious on the Lilith Ascended fight because she does so much chip damage that you're just waiting for ages for all of her ticks to
Great.
recycle.
Yeah. Amazing. Anyway, solid. A very solid USB.
Mm-hmm.
Auroral Uppercut, which I think is purchased first, USB, and the non-elemental one. 10 physical attacks to one enemy, temporarily grant ability boost from monk abilities, increase the damage of the user's critical hits, and temporarily cause monk abilities to reduce the delay of the user's actions for 1 turn. Originally,
this was non-elemental monk before they finally decided non-elemental.
Originally devised to be used with Life Bane. Still is an ability boost. The monk abilities can be utilized with Iron Fist moves, can be utilized with Fires Within, Earth Rebuke, take your pick. It still works. It's not elemental damage on the entrance, but hell, Soul Break entrances aren't how we build a lot of damage nowadays.
I'm trying to... Yeah, there we go. Okay, it is a normal quick cast, not high cast. I was just making sure.
Yeah, this is okay. Not as good as her BSB2, or USB 2. But still, if I got this, it's not the worst thing.
Yeah, you're not going to turn up your nose at this, because it will at least facilitate her monk abilities.
Because it was so general, and it's just monk ability, monk ability, monk ability. Hey, monk's a 4-element class. That gives her a lot of versatility.
And she still has her double cast on dive, so you're getting that as well.
Exactly. However, hello, Lion. Instantly deal 9 random hits, do a hyper break, and remove delay from the user's actions for 2 turns. This is very old, and I think in this day and age, a little dated.
Yeah, this is good for its setup and not a whole lot else.
Lion is kind of in this weird place where I don't think they've changed too much about her yet, and honestly, in this meta, this doesn't check out. Like, I had forgotten that her fucking BSB is 5 single target hits and attack defense down.
Hey, this was still when Arc Blast was the shit.
Yeah.
So
that said, because I always like to look at the bright side of things, a Hyper Break isn't too bad for the Torment. And if you're bringing it to a Torment, you can still use Mug Bloodlust, and you can still use just power, Steel Power if you need to, and you can still use the Elemental Thief moves that now exist to do some real damage.
Yeah, Storm Assault and Fire Assault are there for you to just very quickly cycle this, and you shouldn't take too long before you are able to hit the USB again and get some more instant turns, but yeah, that's really all that's doing for you.
It is an instant cast with 2 instant turns attached to it, so you'll probably cycle this pretty fast.
Yeah, like, also Lion has double cast Thief on her dive.
Yeah, which is kind of wild. I'm really just kind of waiting for a good USB for her to drop before I can super recommend her as a character.
Yeah, it is very weird, especially since she has support 2, but they put her in, like, break territory for the longest time.
Anyway, Shantoto's Glint, Elemental Celerity.
Oh, it's the bad glint.
Yeah. Temporarily increase the user's lightning attack level by 2. That's not an in-element or anything along the lines. That is just elemental attack power increased by 20%. Reduce delay of the user's actions. I rank this one as, please patch these soul breaks out of 10.
This sure was an idea. They had to balance glints before they just said, fuck it, give everything high quick cast.
It's bad.
It's bad.
Alright. Bright side of things. If you already have another source for in-elementaling her, this is an extra 20% damage, and it is quick 2 turns of high quick cast, which helps a lot with witch abilities.
Yeah, it does stack at least.
In a vacuum, it's garbage. There's so many better options. However, comboing it with other moves, it can get some good utility out of it. Please patch these soul breaks. There's so many of these. And like, you've already patched the other ones to just make these obsolete. It sickens me.
I feel you.
However, a soul break that's still kind of does some work every now and then. Play rough is 6 magic, lightning, fire, ice to all targets in lightning. Enter burst mode. Command 1 is 4 magic, lightning, fire with reduced casting time. Command 2 is 4 lightning, ice with reduced casting time.
I remember this debuting on Fest and absolutely loving it, and then immediately dollar pulling in and going, well, my night's set.
Yeah, I still say this is a pretty solid BSB. The enlightening is great. It's very good for bosses that like to change their weaknesses, like Golbez or those kinds of things. Though, for some reason, whenever they bring out Golbez, and it's like, he changes his barrier weakness. He's like, also, he's holy weak all the time. Whatever.
Yep.
Yeah. It's... Well, this is type black on a witch. Because this is before witch existed.
Yeah.
But yeah. It's an interesting concept. I still like this one, and this is maybe a bit rose-tinted glasses because I remember back when this would, like, shift the power of fights in your favor.
This one was just important because Shantoto was the only 11 character for the longest time when this hit, and this was, like, her first real soul break, and people could actually use her.
Yep. Also, the animation's great.
Yeah.
Man, what is this movie even? Abyssal Strike. What is Zed? Zed, who are you?
Abyssal Strike.
Who is Zed? By the way, deal 8 physical dark non-elemental to 1 target with high chance to interrupt all pending actions.
Oh, auto stun.
Temporarily infused with the power of dark and enter burst mode. Command 1 is 4 physical dark with 5 hits if they are weak. Command 2 is 2 hits AoE with an attack defense bargain.
Damn, that auto stun though. What a blast from the past back when that worked.
Woofa! Well, all other things aside, it is 8 hits with an in dark on it on a dark using character, so that has some utility with a way to boost attack.
Got it. At least the auto stun doesn't take away from the base components of the burst.
And hey, if you want to look on the bright side of things, it does get a synergy bonus for dark, so usefulness in Torment.
Yeah.
Or this week's Apocalypse Double Plus, which is neutral to dark. Please use Zed, says Final Fantasy 11, and I go, nah. Anyway. Deal 8 physical dark to 1 target for nullifying dropkick. Reduce delay of the user's monk abilities for 5 turns. What?
Non-elemental monk, what?
5 turns? 5 turns?
Yeah. Okay, so the idea is that you're supposed to be cycling these commands because spin combo is gets more attacks based on how many different monk abilities you have used, up to and including it and headlong tackle. So the idea is that you get the quick cast on all of the monk abilities that you need to use in order to build up spin combo.
Yes, because spin combo does more hits, the more different monk abilities you have used.
Like it's a neat concept.
Mm-hmm. It's an interesting concept when they were actually trying to build interesting concepts into BSBs. But seriously, now it's just reduce delay of monk casting time for 5 turns. What? That's amazing. What? That's actually really good.
Yeah.
She's not going to end element, but fuck, man. Just go fast, 5 turns.
You remember when everybody thought that, like, Shantoto's old super was shit, but now it's just like, hey, it's exactly the same as this, but for magic. Whack.
Anywho, it's alright. It's, in this day and age, it's not fantastic anymore, but, God, this is so fucking old.
Mm-hmm.
Some of the things on this banner are ridiculously old. Like, this
almost
is probably
like no traction whatsoever.
Yeah, this is probably like 2 years old. Anyway, walk the plank and we talk about old shit. This banner is making me cry. Deal 5 instant physical attacks to 1 target. Mug Bloodlust. Not even, because you don't steal power. Command 1 is a physical hit with attack down. Command 2 is a physical hit with defense down. Not as good as Mug Bloodlust out of 10.
Yeah, the problem with this one is that it was trying to compete with Arc Blast, just be like the physical variant of it. Except, Mag and defense is still a very unique debuff.
Yeah.
That's kind of one of the reasons why Vaughn was so good with that.
It's dated. It's very dated.
It's dated.
It's instant. I'll take that. Alright, here we go. Finally, it's here. Begin the battle in lightning. Yeah. Very small chance, 10% for which abilities to trigger 2 more times. Triple casts. Good.
Fine.
Start in dark, I guess, if Zed was a real character.
Zed, what are you doing here?
Let me rate this banner. Holy shit, there's a lot of old stuff on here. It started out so strong. At like, okay, here we go. Okay. Alright, it's good arcane. Why isn't it triple element like the rest of herself? Speaking of which, here's a pretty good soul break. This one is good, maybe problematic at times, but it can work. Alright, it's a nice buff. I can see a use for this, I say. I guess it's good for the torment. Oh, what? Oh no. Oh god. Oh no.
Oh no, he has headphones on. Oh no, he's in the middle of the road, he can't hear us. Oh no.
And then, like, the LMRs are fine. But, like, everything in between, you hit a royal uppercut and then, like, down. Like, a royal uppercut. I
a royal uppercuts you out of the quality banner, dog.
Okay, a royal uppercut is actually still decent. It's actually okay. You hit pirate pummel here and you go, oh no, I've made a mistake.
I'm in the bad place. Please leave.
Do not pull on this banner. I cannot believe in this day and age we are actually saying this. Don't pull on this banner. It's not really worth it. It has some good shit on it, but the percent chance that you actually hit the good shit and don't hit like fucking walk the plank here, which is better just being used as mug bloodlust. Gross.
Ooh-wee. Oh man, why does Shantota have to... Like, God, Shantota USB is so fucking good, though!
Well, time to die.
Well, what'd you get?
Well, we'll find out in about 5 seconds. Nothing. Garbage.
Okay, cool.
Pardon me.
You know what's fucked up? You could have just said nothing garbage, and I could have assumed that you pulled a 5-star out of this thing anyway.
How long till Fest?
March-ish.
It's about a month, right? How much myth do we get in a month?
I don't know, like 60, give or take. They can do other stuff.
Alright.
You thinking about a palate cleanser, maybe just like a...
I'm thinking about drawing something for Zed. Here we go, 111 Zed. Fuck me up, fam. I mean, honestly, I could just really use a USB for the Torment.
Yeah, more or less.
There's not a lot to get in this realm from this banner. It could be anything. It could even be play rough. Actually, play rough would be pretty alright.
Yeah, it would have... Like, that's Shantota's only real problem, right? If you just have chain for the Torment, then that's just cutting into the realm chain.
Exactly. Even though, like, the buff from it is really good, like, party-wide quick cast is pretty good. Alright, that's a dupe. Well. Well, I didn't know this was on the banner. How is this on the banner?
It's old, dude. This could actually help you with the Torment.
What if...
It's really good.
I just got enough meter to blow him up. It's still survivability is my problem. That's the big thing.
Yeah, at least you can maybe get out of that awkward phase where only Shantoto is allowed to do damage.
Ish. Like, it seriously, it comes down to survivability. He hits me for like 2k, and then Afma Medica's for like 1.5.
Mm-hmm. Well...
This doesn't have an
outside
element.
of everything.
This doesn't have an element boost on it or anything, does it?
No, it doesn't.
Oh, it's dark resistance, though.
Yeah.
Synergy armor for 11 with dark boosts.
Hoofa.
With dark resistance. Actually.
Oh, you know what? I'll still go up to bat for... because this is a good follower to Shantoto Chain outside of Torment, anyway.
Yeah, that will be extremely useful for, what is him? Fucking water.
GS Giano.
Is he the water magic one?
Yeah, he's the water boy.
I'd believe it. Oh, wait, I think there's one last thing I need to do before I sign off for the night. Hold up, this is important.
Hold up, hold up, hold up.
Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. First things first, I never actually checked. I think everyone that was participating in the Torment was 4-star dived. Ayame I know is right. Corellia, were you 4-star dived? Yes.
Yeah, because you had White 4.
Correct. Lion is... Afma, I believe, is as well. It was the character I'm never 100% sure I'm actually saying the name correctly. Okay, time to do the needful. Sort by sphere level ascending. Hello.
Here. Okay, this works.
What works?
Oh, I was checking to see what I could do to get back on the stream because I'm actually going to need to look at that now that you're crawling around in menus.
Well, to an extent.
Yeah, to an extent. It helps to have the logic. In fact, I would argue that Shantoto with Chain and Arcane is dive material just right there.
Mayhaps. I need to see what my parties are looking like at when I hit 5-star. Anywho, there. The universe is in the right order of things again.
Oh, I see. You
3-star.
destroy 3-star value again.
Yes, I need to destroy 3-star value. 3-star modes are dead once again.
Well, until 3 days.
And then I will murder them once again. I will kill 3-star modes. I have like 2,000 of each at this point.
It's wild.
Yeah. Good stream. Will take me forever to do well on the 11 Torment because I will never pull on the 11 banner. It is too rare of a realm.
Yeah. God, it's just one of those things where it's just like, it's so mean to put one of the scarcest realms as an event right next to Kingdom Hearts.
Oh yeah, 100%.
I'm saying it.
That on top of many other things. Anywho, I need to stop this YouTube video. Hey YouTube, I hope you enjoyed Banner Talk. I'll see you around.
Good night.